Okay, welcome back. Today is February 14th, 2020. We have Eunice absent and we have Danny, aka Ryan, absent. So hopefully you two are watching from home. And of course, we have Grace. I mean, not Grace, Emily, sorry. We have Emily watching from home, hopefully. Um, Before we start building some new features onto our game, I just want to say that um, make sure, check yourself right now. Can you, with the exception of gravity, can you make everything that we've done so far? In other words, can you make your cat go left and right? Can you make it do a very, very lame jump? Not with gravity, but the lame one we had before where it just kind of moves up and then down, just really herky-jerky, you know what I mean? Can you do that? Can you get it so that when the cat touches red, it loses a life? Is that difficult for you? Can you do it? Because you should have been learning along the way. The danger is, again, the danger is just doing this all, not quite getting it, but just following along and doing everything that Mr. Yang does and not understanding what he actually did. The true test of if you actually know what you're doing is, can you do it if you had to do it? Right? And don't forget, your first project in Scratch will be a very simple project where I give you a whole bunch of things on the board and I say, okay, make this happen. And you have 40 minutes to get this done as best as you can. And it will be taken from elements of what we've been learning here. Does that make sense? So you do want to make sure, please, 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 don't mindlessly go through class. Make sure you're actually absorbing the material. Can you get it to change backgrounds? Can you do that? Could you figure it out? Could you look back at the code when you have some extra time while other people are still working? Can you look back at the code here and see, yeah, wait, how did we get it to change backgrounds? How did that actually happen? Well, yeah, go ahead. That would be a smart thing to do, to look back over paragraph by paragraph. Every single paragraph that we've done in here on the cat and on our game over and even on our backdrop. All right? Look over every single paragraph line by line and you should be asking yourself, do I understand what's going on there or not? Okay. So please do that in your spare time while in between while other people are working. I'd highly recommend that you do that. Check yourself. Okay, so what we were going to try to do last time, we kind of ran out of time, is we were going to try to make it so that our cat can't go through walls. This brown here represents a wall. Now, yes, you could make it so that it's just a background scenery, the mountains behind you and not actually in the foreground. So yeah, just go ahead and go through it. But I actually want it to be in the foreground, so you're not supposed to be able to go through it. And I asked last time, how can you get that to work? And I believe one student figured out and said, yeah, you just get it so that you push back the opposite. Push back by the opposite. Callum, was that you that got it? That was you. Okay. Oh, excellent.
He basically got because he said bounce. When we were it's
Bounce.
bouncing.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, in other words, push back on an equal but opposite force is what's going to happen. So, my question is, now that you know the answer, I'm going to say this again. Listen. I'll say it in plain English. Well, I'll stay near my microphone because if I walk away, they can still hear it, but kind of gets faded out. In plain English, when you touch brown, push your cat backwards by the opposite direction he's trying to walk forward by. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the new paragraph that you're going to add on here to get this to work. I'm going to see if you can solve now that I've given you the answer in plain English, see if you can do it yourself. Turn on your computer screens. I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes to see if you guys can figure this out. And I'm going to pause the video right here. Unpause. There we go. Okay, welcome back. It looks like about half of our students kind of got it to work. So let me show you guys what I would have done right here. Let me get me some more room, actually, with don't have a lot of room. Obviously a new paragraph, yeah. So green flag, and if, and 100% of the time, if you have an if, you need a forever around it. You'll never have an if without a forever around it. So what do I have to check? If touching, let me see here, sensing that I'm touching a certain color. So if I touch, here, let me put it down here and scroll this up. Click on there, click on my eyedropper, click on this brown here. If I touch that color, well, I want to just push me back the opposite direction. So take a look. So far, are you guys with me so far on this paragraph, right? Would you agree with that? Is that what you did? Hopefully you thought of at least that much. And what we need to do is we need to push us back by the opposite direction. So change my x, which affects my left and right, by -10.
We can do -8, but like -5 is too late.
-5 will not quite work. The reason, well, it will kind of work, but not quite, because look, I'm changing x by 10 each time. So if you do -5, you'll still be able to force your way through that wall. I mean, if that's the effect that you want to have happen, where it's like kind of like a quicksand or like a river flowing against you, then yeah, you could do that and make that effect happen. But we don't want that to happen. We want to stop you in your tracks. So you need 10 or more. All right, so let's take a look. Now that I've done that, let me zoom out, full screen it, stop, green flag, full screen. Let's take a look at what my game does. Yippee, yippee. Oh, okay, look at that.
You have to jump.
It won't, yeah, it doesn't let me go through it. Awesome. But did you guys try doing this? All of a sudden,
What if we change
it's
the
like
color
it's
to
an escalator, like at the airport. You know, you just step on that walkway and you zoom, there you go. So, we have a problem. It works only on one side of it, but when I jump over back on the other side, it's like an escalator, because now it's -20, I mean -10 plus -10 is -20, so you're zipping through there. Yes, question, comment?
I have an idea, but it's really stupid.
Okay, tell me your idea.
Well, we change the color by 1, just like 1% on the other side, and then so if it doesn't move that to the positive 10.
Oh.
That's like not visible because it's only by 1.
Okay, well, see, I see. That's actually not a stupid idea. That's the first time I've ever heard that idea. And that's actually a pretty smart idea. Do you guys understand what he's saying? He's saying, you know what? Change this side, change the shading to just a slightly different shade of brown. And if you touch that color, then have it push you back at a positive time. That's actually a really smart way to do it. I've never heard that idea before. Now, there's a different way to do it, but that's actually pretty clever. Do you have another idea or thought?
It's the move button.
The move button. What do you mean the move button?
The move block.
The move block. What about it?
Negative, because doesn't move mean like wherever you're facing?
Ah, yeah, move whichever direction you're facing. Oh, I see. Ooh, that's a clever idea too. I've not thought of that one. Man, you guys are telling me things that I've never even thought of before. Let's try that. Ooh, that is so clever that I haven't even thought of that. So let's do move by -10. Let's stop and start that again. Okay, that works there. Let's try this one. Well, see, the problem is, that's a good idea, but the problem is you're facing that direction. You see what I'm saying? And so, well, actually, there is a way to get that to work still. Because, do you know, that is a very genius idea too. The reason why it's not working, the only reason why it's not working is because we cheated. Look. We cheated how we change the way that we're facing. Instead of actually turning our character facing the other way, what we've done is we have two costumes of him, one facing in each direction. And so all it's doing is changing the costume of it. But if you'll notice right here, look at this. Direction is 90. Whether I face left or right, my direction is still 90. See, so I didn't affect the direction. Had we made it the more appropriate way, a little bit more difficult, but the more logistical, the better way, where you actually change what direction your character is facing, I think your way would have worked. So, wow, two excellent ideas. Any other ideas? We're not going to do either of those two, but those are excellent ideas. Way to think. Yikes, I've never thought of those ideas and I've never heard of them. Any other ideas? Because we're going to do it a different way. What else can we do? Nobody? All right, well then I'll just tell you guys what we're going to do here. Okay. We're going to need, here's the clue, guys. Look at this right here. What's different from when I'm on costume? What's difference between moving right and moving left? The costume is different. So guys, listen, you can use that to your advantage. If you touch brown and you're on a certain costume, oh, I know which direction you're facing then. Do you see what I'm saying? If you're on costume 1 and you're touching brown, well, I guarantee your cat is facing to the right, so push you back by the left. And vice versa. If you're touching brown and you're on costume 2, I know you're facing left, so have the force push you towards the right. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Okay, so that is the solution. Now, this is actually still a little bit tricky, so let me show you guys what pieces you're going to actually need to get this done. Let me zoom out because it lags. You will need, let me see here. I think it is on sensing. Okay, look at this, guys. You're going to need, oh, does it also, oh, maybe it's inside of here too. Let me see. Is it in here? Yes. Costume number. Ooh. Yes, you're going to need that. Costume number. You're going to need an equal sign. And you're going to need an and. You guys know where I'm going with this. I hear one yes and a lot of mouths wide open. Oh? What? Okay, let me help you all a little bit more. You're going to need this. I already told you guys in plain English. If you're touching brown and your costume number is 1, then push you back by -10. And then you have to do the opposite of that. All right, turn on your screens. Try to see if you can figure it out. I've already given you so many clues on this. You should be able to figure this out. And if not, I'll show you the answer in a minute. Okay, I'm going to pause the video here. And we're back. All right, now to show the solution. All your screens are off. Still waiting. Got some screens on, please. Screens off. Okay, here we go. Watch carefully. If I touch brown and my costume number is 1. Right? Because look, I go to my cat, I look at my costume, see? Costume number 1, it's the number here on the left-hand corner. That's me facing to the right. So I know I want to push back by the opposite direction. So if you're touching brown and the cat's costume is equal to 1, then push me back. Oops, let me move this over a little bit. Push me back by, I'm going to do change X. Where did it go? Let me zoom out because it's laggy again. Here. Change my X by -10. Any questions on this so far? Does that make sense to you? Now, we have to do it the other way because we have to stop it. What if it comes over from the other side, tries to go through the brown from the other side? Here's how you do it. Watch what I do. Step 1, put my mouse on this if. Step 2, right-click on it and duplicate it. Bam. There's 2 things I need to change. What 2? Tell me one thing I need to change here. Ah. There. Done. That should work. Let's not assume it works. Let's actually try it. Stop. Green flag. Full screen. Let's try running up to our hill and boom, boom, boom. Oop, oh, yeah, it won't let me go through there. And boom, boom, boom. Yep, won't let me go through that wall. Perfect. Yes, and I know you can kind of get stuck, kind of. You can by your whiskers and stuff like that. Yes, 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 I understand it. And if you're really quick, you can even glitch it so that you do the moonwalk. You go backwards into it if you change directions last minute. There is a way to do that. Anyways, but it is working. Yay. All right. I'm going to pause the video because you need to fix yours to look like mine. And we're back. Okay, so now we're ready to add on some more features to our game. Let me see. We've got some of the basics done. Now, this game is going to be pretty boring without some enemies, so we're going to create an enemy right now. But before we create that enemy, what I want to do is I do want to make a few more scenes, because right now we only got 3 scenes. So I'm going to go click on my backdrops right here. Backdrops. Click on my backdrops of my backdrops, if that makes any sense. Right? Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Right? That's the 3 that I have right now. I want some more because I want one where I can put my enemy on. So I'm actually gonna just duplicate the first background. Right click, duplicate. Now it puts it right underneath where it was. I don't want it right there. I don't want it as number 2. I want it as number 4. So I'm going to just drag it down here. And I'm going to duplicate number 4 now. And that is the 5th one right there. Okay, so I have 1, 4, and 5 are the exact same backgrounds. Perfect. Because here's what I want to have happen. I want my enemy to appear on number 5. So what I'm going to do, now that I actually have 5 backdrops, I can actually do that now. So I'm done with that. So again, I just added 4 and 5, which is a copy of 1. You have to right-click, duplicate, and drag it down. Next, let's grab another sprite. So right down here, adding sprites right down here. Now, of course, I already know which one we're going to get. So you're going to either click here or here. They're both the same buttons. You get to choose a sprite from within Scratch. Okay, we're not going to draw one. We're not going to get a random one. And we're not uploading one. So click on that button down there. Okay. Now you can sort by categories. We're going to go to fantasy. And we are going to get something evil looking.
Griffin. You're the Griffin.
The griffin. Oh, we could. The hippo looks evil. Yeah. All right. We're going to do this dragon. Ooh, look, and a dragon actually comes with different sprites already, right? That sprite comes with different costumes, I'm sorry. But, yeah, so that's the one we're going to get. I'm going to click on that one. And voila, now I have a dragon. It's humongous. Too big. Way, way, way too big. So the first thing I want to do is click on his size right here. And let's do 50 maybe. Let's see if that works. Still a little bit too big. That's too big because I want to be able to jump over him as an option. Instead of killing him, you could, you have multiple options. You can avoid him or you can kill him. 40, you know what? Better do it size 30. Okay, I'm happy with that. We're doing size 30 on this dragon. And he's not facing the right way. He's facing away from our character. So we have to fix that. So I'm going to put him, I want to put him not quite in the center of the screen, but I kind of want him towards the right-hand side of the screen. Like that. Yeah, like that. Let's fix the direction he's facing. That's easy. Costumes. And actually, we don't need number 2 and number 3, even though they're kind of nice. It's a flying mode and a fire-breathing mode. That's kind of nice. But we're not going to need that. So I'm going to press the X here and the X there. We just want this first one. And I'm going to flip it. You have to be on the arrow tool, the select tool, for this to work. If you're not on it, it won't work. This will not appear. And this is the button we need, flip horizontal. Bam. There it is. Okay. So, it's perfect. There's just one more thing I'm going to add on to here before I set you guys loose, because we haven't done much. We've just grabbed the dragon and resized him to 30 and flipped him, or deleted some of his costumes and flipped him using the flip horizontal button. That's all we've done so far. But I'm going to add one piece of code. I always want him to start in this position because we could have him move around. and this is the location where I want him. So just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be the same coordinates as mine, but just kind of put him on the grass towards the right-hand side. And, of course, green flag. And go to. Now, your numbers are probably going to be different from mine. I don't mind if they're different from mine. It's probably going to be different. That's what I want so far. Okay, turn on your screens, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do what I've just done. Oh, sorry, no, you have to get backdrops too, so I'm going to give you 3 minutes. All right, I'm going to pause the video here. We are back. All right, let me turn off the timer. Off my screen. There it is. Okay. There is a problem if you have played the game. What's the problem?
It's on every single background.
That's right. He is not just on background number 4 or 5. He's everywhere. That is a problem. He is everywhere. Now, yes, we're going to have to fix that so that he only shows up on the correct background. But even before we fix that, because we only have like 3 minutes left, what I'd like to do, which is easier, I want it so that you're not allowed to just run right past and through the dragon. If you touch the dragon, you should be losing a life, shouldn't you? You see what I'm saying? That's what I want to have happen. Now, raise your hand if you think you know how to. Raise your hand if you think you know what to do to get it so the dragon can hurt you. Raise your hand. What you think you would be able to figure that out? Yes? Okay, now put down your hands. I'm going to tell you, you're right, but you'd be doing it the wrong way. You'd be doing it the harder way. Everybody who raised their hand, I bet I know what you're about to do. You're about to make a new paragraph, aren't you? Yes? If you touch the dragon, then have it lose a life, right? Is that what you're thinking about doing? I would tell you that is an absolutely right thing for you to think, but it's not the best solution. Sometimes there's a better solution. Like if we were to take jump on a car and, drive to Chicago right now, there's some good ways to go to Chicago by taking the highway, right? But there are some bad ways. I could take local roads all the way there. That's not a smart way to do it. Watch this. Let me just do it for you. I only need 2 pieces to get this done. So, guys, look. All I need is, take a look. All I need is one of these touching. Now, I change it instead of mouse pointer to dragon. I need one of those. And guess where I'm going to put it? Guess where I'm going to put this? Now, I need one other piece. What piece do I need? And is the piece I need?
Yes.
So in order to die, you have to be touching red and a dragon at the same time for you to lose a life. Otherwise, you're invincible. Man, that is such an easy game. It's very confusing to get and or mixed up. You actually want or. Either one of those things will make you lose a life. All right, turn on your screens. Add that on there. Or touching dragon. Or touching dragon. Oops, just popped out of there. Get that. Put that in there. Drag the whole thing. Oops. Move this over. Drag the whole thing in there. Let's take a look. Hopefully that works. Green flag. Touch the dragon. Bam. Yep. That dragon hurts. Ooh. Let's see. Can I jump over him? Hopefully I can. Oh, barely. I almost made it over him. Shoot. Oh, no. I'm supposed to. Okay.
What did it make?
Oh, it's so close. I'm almost able to jump over him. But I just. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we'll fix that later. But, anyways. That's it for today. You're going to need to file, save to your computer, and then double click on your previous file. It should be students 8A. 8A. File, save to your computer, and double click your old file, your name demo, and say yes, you want to replace it. All right, exit out, shut down. Have a great weekend. See you guys later. Yep, see ya. Oops, let's pause the video. Stop the video.